Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all. All right. Shenanigans, the foolery. That word. The fuckery of it all. Things we say. We're not gonna do all that. Hold on. We got. Okay. Hold on. Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all. Shenanigans, the foolery, the fuckery of it all. We're gonna let that intro puss play one more time. All right, I've made enough facial expressions to last the rest of the week. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Thanks again for tuning in. Good morning for those of you who are just waking up. Good afternoon for those who have started their day. Good evening for those across the pond in the different time zones. I thank you so much for joining me today here for a RuPaul's Drag Race live chat. We'll be discussing the last episode that just took place with the one-woman show. We'll also be talking about Secret Celebrity Drag Race, and I will be talking about Untucked. This is me talking about Untucked. This is me stopping talking about Untucked because there was nothing that happened in Untucked. So there you go. That was my review on Untucked. Whoopi Goldberg came back there. It was amazing. Boom. We're done. Today is a special day. I'm about to get to that in just a second. Let me go ahead and pull up my chat right here so I can go ahead and say, hey, what's up and what's good? A conversation that someone brought up with me yesterday was season 11 may not have been the best season, but season 11's Untucked compared to this season's Untucked was the standard now. It was a lot of drama, but bitch, I do miss if I had to lip sync, I was ready to do so. I was ready to, I missed that just a tad bit. So let's go ahead and pull up this chat so I can say hi to my good people. Good morning, good afternoon to you. Let me go ahead and make sure I get my links appropriately here. I'll give you an update on my situation so we all know what's going on because everybody likes to ask. Oh, Mayhem looks good in Secret Celebrity Drag Race. Why aren't they showing the people who are doing the makeup for Secret Celebrity Drag Race, like on the show? Why are they doing this bit where we have to catch them like after the entire thing premieres? That feels very slighted. I need you to stay in place, baby, while I turn my chair. Okay, thank you. Okay, listen, I know we're not ironing no more. We're not ironing no more. Thank you. Okay. Excuse me, people. I need y'all not to talk about me. Ugh. We had to move the leg over. Thank you. All right. She's flexible. La 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 la. If I clear my throat one more time, like, you just go ahead and end my career. So, let's see here. Trying to bring up this live chat. I don't like Mother's Day, FYI, in case anybody's wondering. Matty Rants is the list of words of YouTube. I will take that as a extreme compliment because that's what it is. I'm skipping the survey. Okay. So I do realize today is Mother's Day. I want to wish everybody who is a mom a happy Mother's Day, or those who are drag mothers a happy Mother's Day. Anybody who's got a bunch of badass kids, I wish you a happy Mother's Day. For me, this is not my favorite day. Most of y'all know my mother passed away in 2011, and it's now the 9-year anniversary. Actually, this would make it the eighth Mother's Day I haven't been able to spend time with mine. So I don't normally subscribe to that anymore. And then of course my mom's birthday would happen to be 2 weeks after Mother's Day. It gets worse. So for me, I don't like May at all. I hate the month of May. May sucks ass. I used to love May a lot because that was Memorial Day weekend. It was my mom's birthday weekend, and then it would be Mother's Day, and we'd have a good time. But I personally hate today. Hate it, hate it, hate it, hate it. Hate it a lot. I woke up this morning, I had my good little cry in. And it didn't even happen by me just waking up and thinking about my mom. It happened when I went into my closet section over here at this hotel, and I was pulling out stuff for this live today, like my fan and all that good stuff. And I ran across a letter my mom had sent me a long time ago. I'm not gonna cry. We're gonna get through this, Matt. And it was one of the last letters she sent me before the ALS, which is what caused her death to cripple her body. It was the last thing she kind of wrote me, and her handwriting was going out. So, yeah, it was the last thing I got. I just saw it this morning, and it just made me like, the emotions handled me. But she literally sent me $20 in the mail, and a $20 bill in this random card. And she was like, I just felt like, it literally on the card, it says, I just felt like you needed it. And I would call her when she would do that, and I'd be like, Ma, why are you sending me $20? I don't need it. At the time, I really didn't need it. There were days where I was like, girl, 20 would be cute. But at the time, I didn't need it. And I was like, Mommy, why are you sending me this stuff? And she's like, because I was praying, and I felt like you needed the money, and I don't care. Don't send it back. Like, that was my mom. She was like, I just felt like you needed it. Like, I had an extra $20 in my purse. I had a card. So what? I just made you a card. Mm. Have mercy, Jesus. Y'all, if this AC ends up being too loud in the background, let me know. I'm going to turn it off. I'm keeping it on right now because it is a little warm in here. Yeah, my mommy was awesome. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but I just want to wish everybody who currently, is able to talk to your mamas, like, wish her a happy Mother's Day. It means a lot, okay? My mother lived and breathed for this day. She lived and breathed for the day. She knew what was up when this day was coming around. She was like, well, I'm about to get some presents. Oh, we turn off this AC, baby. It's already too hot. It's already too loud. It's already too loud. It's already too loud. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second here. Hold on. Okay. Oh, okay. It's okay. I'm good. I promise. I promise. Now, if it gets loud, like, around here, then the AC gonna come on so we can, block out the noises. But yes. Okay, let me go ahead and start this up. We can get this conversation going here before I do all of that. Listen, y'all know my situation. I'm still out here in this blessed hotel situation. I have decided, and I have made the final step in my plan of action here. 2 weeks. So this is the start of the next week. The week after that, I'm already going to be trying to get back to Los Angeles, maybe Vegas. I'm trying to work out some things right now as far as where my living situation is going to be with that. And so for me right now, I got to stay here for at least another week or two. I'm trying to keep it on the 2. I don't want it to go any further. I don't want to be in Houston anymore. I do not. Worst decision coming out here I mean, you already know. I lost some of my family members from this bullshit lying situation over the COVID-19 stuff. It's just been a mess for me and it's been extremely stressful. There was no reason for me to come out here. I was given the impression to come out here just to be told, well, we can't do anything. And ever since I've been here, it's just been me by myself. Like, honestly, I maybe see a friend or two every now and then, but it's just been me by myself. That's it. And that has added into a little bit of my depression that I fight often. And it has affected me as far as feeling that I can trust people around me. And I've come to terms with accepting that, but also saying I can't live my life just thinking everybody's going to be, messing me over. So I told myself, in order for me to fix this, I have to leave here because it was like Lisa, it was a waste of time and my money. And y'all know I came out of my savings account for this shit. So it really bothered me even further how this all went down. So family is family. They will always be my family. I can never change that, but I can change the narrative on how things happen to me based on my decisions on what I'm allowing people to get away with and what they can do for me. So I have allowed people to play with my emotions, my time, my energy, and my efforts way too long. That stops now. Believe it or not, even though I am considered to be a I'll read you in a heartbeat type of stuff. Well, he stopped talk. Oh, girl. Now, don't get me started, because that he was supposed to have been called me back. None of those people have called me since that day had took place. None of those people have reached out to me. They've talked to my sister. They've talked to other family members, but not to me. So it's very interesting. But yeah, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, I have to worry about Matty, and that's it. I can't worry about none of my other family members no more. I can't whenever they're in trouble. Nope, I can't jump in. I can't. I have to be like. It's just really weird. I have to do this now. And I think my dad called me a couple days ago, and he was trying to have a conversation. I was just like, I can't do it. I literally told him, I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't play this. I can't play this game with you. I can't pretend like we're not mad at each other. I can't pretend like you didn't leave me at the airport and just screwed me over. So no. And I will always say this because I believe it's true. I love my father and I love my brothers and my sisters, but no, ma'am. Whew, yeesh. So, with that being said, I appreciate all of you for listening and who have paid attention, who have been following up and checking on me throughout this entire adventure I have had since COVID-19 hit and what happened with LA and then going back to LA. I do know that certain relationships I have in Los Angeles with friends are not going to be the same no matter how close we all think we are, because everybody still feels the same and is sort of following through with how my family's acting towards me. Call on, but, can't help. So it's fine. But, I have to do things a little bit differently and I have to take out my trust in others and put more trust in myself. As well as feel okay. I need to be more okay with failing or getting a no. I hate hearing no. No is such an ugly word. Like, ugh, no? Really? I have to get used to that word again and have to be okay with it. It's okay. There's nothing really wrong with people, just humans themselves will be human when you allow them the opportunity to. So sometimes they can't fake the funk and they just got to do it for you just because they have no choice in the matter. But when you got a choice in it, somebody can show you some human emotion. So in reality, I understand why everybody did what they did. However, I don't. It just really wasn't a great time for it and it really hurt and affected me. And I can't just turn around and be like, I'm okay. 14 minutes in, we've talked about my shit. We've talked about Mother's Day. Let's talk about why we are here. Thank you for still being here for those of you who aren't assholes. Shout out to the young man, I'm assuming he's young, who was messaging me today telling me, Yawn, your reviews are too short. You skip over everything. You're not doing enough. You're lazy. It's like, mama, that video that was 17 minutes took about 4 to 5 hours to do. That video that you say I was lazy for, Miss Thing, the reason why I skipped over a lot of stuff is because I cannot do a video for 55 minutes talking about an hour and a half long show. That just seems ridiculous to me nowadays. Both me and Jamar agree with that one. Like when we used to do our reviews, we were more of the review was about shit we were talking about that reference points in the show versus actually being about the show. So you can't mess with my feelings and how I feel about my format. Besides, anybody without a channel trying to tell me how to do something is a gas. That is funny. So shout out to the girls that always try it, because you know you can never buy it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And also, my favorite part about all this is why say something in the first, girl, go to your favorites that you can be like, why are we not just placing encouragement on people? That's why I'm smiling and it's funny to me. None. We gotta be better people. My God. Oh, can you tell me what Crystal was wearing on the runway, please? Okay, so let's start with season 12 first before we get into Celebrity Drag Race, because I'm still shocked that Matt Eisman was on our television screen in full Betty Bardot. That was a gag. But I gotta say, I forget the designer's name. If somebody in the comment section could please for me give the reference point, because I actually looked up who it was once someone said it, and I was like, oh yeah, I actually know who the hell he is too. And I was really upset that I didn't give that man more love. The designer, there you go, Nick Cave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was a little upset at myself for not giving him some more kudos, because he's pretty damn awesome. And I like his concept work. He's really cool. Like, he makes some really cool stuff. Oh, okay, hold on. I'm trying to pull. Oh, and he's fine too. Okay, hold on. Let's see if y'all can see who this guy. That's who Nick Cave is. Okay. So I'm a little upset I didn't give him some more love. Hold on a second. Wait. I'm like, how old? Let me hold on. Ew, okay. I wonder, is he single? Okay, hold on. Let me stop. He looked like Eduardo from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. Crystal damn well looked like Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. And I'm so mad I didn't catch that when I saw her on the runway. Because I think I was just looking at it, just so like, what's happening? You know what I mean? Because we just saw Jackie walk out there in the costume of all costumes. You know, costumes. But it just kind of threw me off. Come on, Texas Spring Water. Yeah, you know I'm back in Houston, baby. If I have to drink some of this Hill Country Fair water. She was $1 at HEB. Costume for sure. I mean, listen, it was back to back with those two. So it wasn't like I wanted to hate on what they were doing. It just was a back to back situation with that kind of look. So it was like I had Jackie first, who just really threw me off with the whole thing. But I thought it was still a cute look. It just was a little crazy. And then we get to Crystal, who's walking around in like every fucking purple rag that's ever been made in history, you know, as a bull. And it was like, what's happening here? You know, it changed up a little bit as the other queens came out. You know, although Gigi, you know, low-key did come out in a costume. Yeah, it was a costume. Like, it's Daphne, and it was cute. It was tailored right. It was good. But it was costume. So it felt like costume. Heidi, drag. Then here comes Allison Mossy as a Cheshire Cat. Listen, okay. And then we had Jada in full just perfection. Okay. Let's have this time. Let's have this conversation now, because some people I'm starting to see who ask this question place a point of, I don't want to say ignorance, but not willing to understand a point that is being made when I or others say it about Miss Allison Mossy. When I call her a feeder, there's factual, evidential proof of it happening on the show. Of her giving, literally everything's about feeding somebody. And that is a fetish that some people have to make people bigger or to keep them big by feeding them food, and it turns them on. Okay? This is not difficult. And when I make the joke, and I've had some people go, I just don't get, I'm like, because you just don't want to, because it's very simple and easy. It's not difficult. Mama is literally a predator. We've already witnessed it. She verified that. Now on the show, as I watch it, I continue to see things that add on to the resume of bullshit, which would be, what is she? Only likes the villains, wants to be the killer in the movie. That's one. Two, we're talking about every single time, I got a pie for you, I'm about to feed you, I want to make your big, I don't understand it. Old lady feed them. So basically she's the witch from Hansel and Gretel. I've cracked the code. I've cracked the code. I've cracked the code. This bitch is I've cracked the code. How did we not see this? She was in our movie theaters just a few months ago. How did we not see this? Come on, little children. Let me get you in a video. I could make you a star. But first, no, let me stop. We're not going to make fun of that situation. That was some fucked up shit. I'm not going to do that to those people. I really do feel bad for everybody who was victimized in that situation or placed into a position of thinking that they were going to get somewhere. We can always do this whole, well, he shouldn't have sent and they shouldn't have done that. But baby, when someone offers you a dream and it's a dream that you've always wanted and you really don't feel like you can get it any other kind of way, you will do whatever you have to do to get it. Ask Coco and Fame. Ask her, okay? Titties was out. That camera was on. She wanted that part. But we're also not going to sit here and play like, you know, it's their fault too that something like that happened. That's just like somebody sharing something that they shouldn't be sharing because they want to prove a point about something. And in reality, they're actually breaking a law or doing something quite illegal or something that's just really messed up. But, you know, we can do tit for tat on that kind of conversation. But getting off the person who almost ruined this entire season, but on to this episode last week or just past Friday. The puppet bit was BS. I'm sorry. It wasn't funny to me. I don't have to pretend like something is funny just so y'all feel comfortable about it being on a show. If you thought it was funny, awesome. I think it's great that you thought it was funny. There was a couple of cute little moments here and there, but it was overall a snooze. I'm also a little bit pissed off that the reading challenge has been taken off the show. Where has it been? Nowhere. There has not been one reading challenge. This is a problem. I do think it's cute that they had this whole sit down, let me buy you a gift and shade you bit. That's shade, mama. That's not a reading challenge. I want the reading challenge. I want it now. It's not a problem. Listen, if they can have Love and Hip Hop of all different cities that don't deserve to have it on that VH1 programming with the bleeps that happen, I can have a reading challenge with Drag Race. We don't have to take we don't have to take the high route. We don't have to. We don't. For Whoopi Goldberg to be there was not only a treat for them, but I hope that everybody who was actually on the show that was competing took that moment for what it was. Because when Jada was crying and having a moment about Whoopi Goldberg, that would have been me. I would have been losing my shit. It would have been very hard for me to have sat there on that stage and try to speak and talk to her and have a moment because I would have been a blubbering fool. It would have been, oh my God, there's been many movies, many times I've had to turn on a Whoopi Goldberg film or watch one of her stand-up specials, which really aren't even stand-up specials. Like, Whoopi Goldberg is just a great storyteller. If you've ever seen one of her comedy shows, please watch. She's so good at breaking stuff down and just giving you the beginning, the middle, and the end of something with lots of jokes and cool information in between. She mixes up serious moments in there. She's very good at what she does. She is legendary. And she's EGOT, Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. All 4 awards. All 4 major ones. That's a bad bitch. Ugh. I met Wanda Sykes in West Hollywood, and that actually was a really great encounter. She was super sweet and very tiny, and she low-key read me a little bit, but it wasn't to be like, oh, I'm reading you. She just looked at me like, well, goodness. I forget who she said I looked like. It was either El DeBarge. No. It was Prince or Lionel Richie. I forget who she said I looked like, and I was like, ma'am. And she goes, don't you give me that sissy shoulder. Because I did one of those, really, bitch. And she said, don't do that. She was nice. I like Wanda, but definitely it was so dope to see Whoopi Goldberg and RuPaul giving this advice to these queens that were on stage when they wanted to perform. It was so funny. And also like, wow, like, oh my God, like, can you imagine if that was you up there and then your RuPaul and Whoopi Goldberg giving you advice on being funny and telling a story and how to like exude emotions in the parts that you want to. They got something that people would die for. So watching that segment for me, I was like, I hope that they all received every bit of everything that was given to them. I hope they received all of it. And again, I'm jealous of Jada Essence Hall of being able to hug the Whoopi that is Goldberg. Thanks so much for being here, everybody. We're talking about season 12. We're going to get to Secret Celebrity Drag Race. And then I already talked about Untucked, which was... Do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Become a part of the family that is the Rant Pack. As you can see, Rant Pack is up in this room today. And if you want to donate to the channel, please and thank you. It is very much needed. It's Cash App, $MattyRants, Venmo, MattyRants, and PayPal.me/MattyRants. I hope everybody's doing well during this quarantine. If you're feeling the blues, I hope you're here just to knock it out. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Shoulder shake. I got a little Violet Chachki on my tennis. All right. So, the runway was interesting. For a purple runway, I think y'all know I would have slayed that runway as Piece of Cake. Piece of Cake would have done a Prince nod for damn sure. For damn sure. But it wouldn't have been so obvious. It wouldn't have been so obvious. I would have done something to where it looks like it had been a whole nother dress and would have walked out in this beautiful, I told my friend how I would have done it was I would have had a lavender, lilac, and purple pansy gown that would be just embellished all over as I walk out with this beautiful like purple coiffed hair. And I hit the front of the stage and I literally hit like one little notch and I turn and spin and I'm immediately in Purple Rain, wig off, woo, Purple Rain, everything. I'm telling you, I would have shut it down. I was like, oh, that's exactly how I would have done it. It would have been so over the top that they wouldn't have been able to do anything. They would have said, you came out here in one completely different dress, hit a button, and boom, turn down. Click, click. I like Nikki Doll's outfit. I thought RuPaul looked amazing, too. That purple was, whoo. I mean, it's a Prince song for that night, so you better believe I would have came out in a Purple Rain outfit in some sort of way, but it would have been more, you know how Naomi Smalls did the Dove's Cry look or whatever? Do you remember that? So let's take that same look, but let's elevate it and make it more feminized, because she was like actually kind of throwing it into the androgyny feel, but mine would be more overtly feminized in that kind of sense. And it wouldn't be like a leotard, it'd be like an actual like gown that would have fitted to like jacket shoulders. Very that. Dahlia's look was pretty good, and also shout out to Dahlia for being in every damn episode of season 12, almost, pretty much. Dahlia got eliminated first, and low-key, her walking off in silence has earned her silence in the audience for half of the challenges. Someone's taking their motorcycle out for a ride. We remember that joke? 10%. Dahlia's the new Vanjie. That's a stretch, but okay, yeah. I don't know about that. I understand your point though, with her being gone first and it still having her there is almost an impactful situation, but I just couldn't see, I couldn't see Dahlia returning to this competition, and that's not shade. I just cannot see it. I think she's stunning and she's beautiful in her drag. She actually has some really dun looks. Very that. But after what we witnessed this entire season with everything that just went around, she's from New York City, but she lives in LA right now. Um, I don't see it. Based on what we just witnessed this whole season with everybody else, no shade. I just don't see it. I couldn't imagine. I wouldn't be able to see it for her. Another show, another competition show, oh for sure. Maybe if she was like on Are You the One or something like that, like how Adora was on that, I can see that being more of Dahlia's wheelhouse as far as reality TV is concerned and competitive formats. Where there could be a little bit of mess involved that she can just get into because Dahlia gives me good tea runs, but I need to be able to see her do more than just run the tea. It's like we found out she had a twin and then she went home. It was crazy. Back to this episode. So the comedy challenge itself, or the one woman shows, I personally, with Miss Jackie Cox, I was a little like, oh, okay, this is okay. We got to who was after her. Crystal was funny. Can Phil be like an actual thing? Can Phil be a thing? Like phenomenal Phil. Can we make that a thing? Like please someone get Crystal together and be like, girl, if you don't make this into merch, if you don't make this into some sort of stand up thing that you do often, I don't know what to tell you. Because it was great. I was here for it. Yeah, it just a lot of them were a little meh to me too. But I did like Crystal's. I was Gigi wasn't horrible. It was the fact that Gigi had to go back to her outline several times just to make the jokes happen. Where it almost seemed like if she just trusted her gut and went with what she was thinking, she'd actually done really good. But it was like, let me start here. Oh, that's right. I'm talking about this with the plane. I'm talking about that with the plane. I'm talking about this with the plane. I wanted to be like, damn it, Gigi. Right. Say it again, Alicia. She cannot improv. And that was a time that she needed to be an improv queen. But I will tell you, I was cracking up at some of the stuff she was saying. I was cracking up. I felt bad for Derek. I really did. Derek, I bet you threw away that jacket when you got home, sister. You know what? Lies, because it's probably going to go back in style in the next 3 months. Guarantee it. Heidi, poor Heidi. Listen, Heidi, her concept was what it needed to be. The problem with Heidi is that she she needed to differentiate the voices of the people who she was being because everybody started sounding the same. I mean, they're all from Ramsura, but they all started sounding the same. They all started sounding the same. They just all started sounding the same, mama. I was like, oh, okay. Literally, that was me. Oh, okay. Okay. Shout out to Jasmine, Sweet November 79. I thank you so much for your donation on Cash App. I want to thank Dustin Williams too. I see your donation on Cash App. How you doing, friend? If anybody else wants to donate to the channel, it is muy much appreciated and needed. That's Cash App, $MattyRants, PayPal.me/MattyRants, and Venmo, Matty-Rants. I almost burped, but I stopped myself. I thank you, God. Oh, it's coming. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Now, Heidi. Oh, I'm gonna do Jada first before we talk about Sherry. So I'll let y'all know a little secret. It was very hard for me to watch Jada's performance. Very hard. I hate cringing. It's one of my least favorite things. That's why certain shows, when I watch them, I can't because I cringe too much of what's going on. It makes me extremely uncomfortable. And so watching Jada's performance was extremely uncomfortable and I felt so bad. I felt so bad. It was like, no, you don't deserve this moment, but it's happening. It was so cringy. It was so bad. I'm just like, no. But it also was BS because I felt like Jada was stressed and a little bit, what's the word that people use when it's not kerfuffled, but it's a certain word when, flustered. There we go. She was a little bit flustered by the fact that Sherry went on for 17 effing minutes. Nope, we haven't talked about Celeb Drag Race yet. You in good hands. We're still on 12, so we good. You good. We're running this on a good schedule today, children. I am here. I felt bad for her. But yeah, the thing is that, honey, even when hell is literally in front of you, when the world is on fire and everything is raining, just like with me in this place where I don't want to be, dealing with dust flying around all the time, having to walk to the store every flipping, oh, I almost swore hard day. Try not to be stressed out of my own situation. I still have to come here, make a video, present and perform and do my best. And everybody else has to too. Not going to say that still I'm mad that Sherry did low-key sabotage her. And then let's talk about that, because remember how she said, well, I don't want to be the one to end the show. I mean, Sherry was really gung-ho on that. And you know Jackie gave Sherry that secondary position for a good reason, right? And okay, now I'm about to tell y'all all, Matty's theories. Matty's conspiracy theories on Drag Race. Before I say that, shout out to Jade. Thank you for your donation on Cash App. Puss back to your mama. And also to Joaquin. Thank you for your donation on Cash App as well, baby. I appreciate you. If you send something to the Venmo, I can't see it because I don't have my email up with it on there. And if you did, I love you and appreciate you. Oh, I have my email up now. You ain't sent nothing yet to Venmo. That's fine. And for PayPal, just let your boy know. Thank you. But here we go. Jackie was in charge of picking who gets to go at what order. Everybody stated where they wanted to be, and mostly everybody got what they wanted except for Jada. Now, Jada won 2 times in a row, okay? So the thing is that I already know how I would look at this if I was Jackie. She's already won twice. I don't want to give her any more legs up. Let's just go ahead and put her towards the end. Now, Sherry said she didn't want to be at the end, but then Jackie knows that Sherry is hilarious. So why not put Sherry in front of in front of Jada, right? Okay. But also to think about it as well with Sherry and her own way of thinking is that now that Sherry knows that she's in front of Jada and Jada did so well, why don't I make sure I have this fully together and put together so I can shake her up before she goes last? I place equal blame on Jackie for putting Jada in the back and Sherry for even mentioning that she doesn't want to go last, knowing that she's probably the only one there who has full comedic abilities. That's all I'm saying. Something about that just did not sit right with me. I was like, And when Michelle called her selfish, who can I get a raise of hands in this room for those of you who literally sat back at that moment? Like, gasp. Michelle, did you call her selfish? The way I was like, I know y'all saw RuPaul nod her head like, Oh my God, it was a gag. Like, oh, I love it when Michelle does something and RuPaul's like in agreement with it, and she does this little, I will, I'm gonna get Ross together. You know I am, girl. You know I am. And Ross was like, Michelle, I think you were a little bit hard there. Please take that pillow shit somewhere else. Ross, take that pillow shit somewhere else. Take it somewhere else, baby. Take it somewhere else. We don't need it. We don't need it, girl. We don't need it. What do you mean harsh? She needed to hear that. That was rude as hell. And it needed to be said because sometimes people don't learn when you put butter on their bread all the time, baby. Okay? You can't just sit there and tuck them in each night and hope that they'll be better people. Sometimes you got to say something really out of line, something real checkable to them to where it's like, get it together. What you did was 17 minutes for a 5-minute segment. And when she was up there and said, Oh my God, did that really happen? I'm so sorry. Back to the judges. Really? Oh, I'm so sorry. There's no way you don't know. Y'all know when you've had 5 minutes. I mean, hell, set the snooze on your iPhone sometimes. You know a 5 minutes, okay? 10 minutes, you know when you're getting into. You know the difference. That's why I was like, this is bullshit. Sherry technically failed the challenge and should have been disqualified for that and been in the bottom two just for that, in my opinion. Even though she was funny as hell, I would have found it to be fair when you don't follow the rules in the competition, you don't get rewarded with safety. That's all. Alicia Sweeney, thank you, thank you. I saw your donating in PayPal, love. I appreciate you. Because it's from overseas, I'll have to do some special stuff to make it happen. Yeah. I wouldn't have, honestly, if I were to go there, I would have said Jada's was more cringy than Heidi's was, and I would have gave Heidi a safe pass before I would have gave Sherry a safe pass, honestly. And I know that's a little bit of a stretch when it comes to the comedy that was happening, and some of you may be like, now, Matty, come on now. But originally in my review, I said I agreed on the bottom two after watching the episode again 2 times yesterday, along with Celebrity Drag Race. My decision kind of flipped. Yeah, it flipped a little bit. I said Jada's look was everything, but then we had this conversation about where does the runway, what's the percentage of the runway? Oh my God, I missed a super chat. What happened? Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I have my email up. Oh my God, what did I miss? Alicia, who was it? Help me. Help me moderator. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Oof, I hate that. My bad. And when I was on my point too, Lord Jesus, get back to this, man. Yeah, I would have put Sherry in the bottom for not following the rules, and I would have had her lip sync against Jada because Jada's was just cringeworthy. It was awful. And then as far as the runway is concerned, Mackie, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Alicia, no, you're fine. Thank you, baby. No, you're fine. It does go straight to me because you sent it to my PayPal. It's just a photo girl. Thank you. Ooh, come on, Alicia. Y'all give Alicia some love, my moderator up in this, keeping me together. Thank you, just a photo girl. I appreciate you, baby. And I'm so sorry I had too many things pulled up. I'm sorry. Oh my God, I appreciate everything y'all do for me, and thank you all for just even being here in this room. And shout out to Takara, you know I love you, sister. Thank you, baby. Okay, ladies. Oh, Dr. Cross in here. Sister, what? Are my glasses messing me up today? Do I not have the right thing pulled up here? What is this? Oh, I don't have the YouTube chat up. That's what's going on. My bad, y'all. Let me start talking while typing and show that I can multitask. The lip sync 1999 by Prince. So I know we love Heidi, and I know Heidi did a decently good job for that lip sync, but there was no way. Jada was Jada was Miss Thing did that strut in the beginning. Da 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 da. Wow, walk. Da 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 da. Back on stage. Woo. Da 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 da. Boom. I was thankful. I felt blessed and highly flavored. I did. When I tell you, and when she took that hat off with the wig that was connected to it, which a lot of us didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know that wig was connected to the hat like that. That was perfection. I was like, oh, I'm stealing that when I go on Drag Race, Jada. I'm stealing it. I'm gonna have a nice hat with a good old long wig, and it's just gonna go whoop off. And she had that blonde little short papa dog. It was right. It was right. It was right. I was so right. It was so right. I'm sorry. That high kick into the pot of beret. Oh, it was so right. It was so right. Okay, again, I want y'all to come with me to a drag show one time when someone who I know or who I'm not expecting to perform performs the house down. Because I am that person in the audience that is going to be epically loud and letting them know to the baby on the stage, you work. Like you will know that I am now a fan. I will be throwing every dollar I have in my pocket. I'll throw quarters if I have to, because I know people need to do laundry. I will throw quarters, girl. Don't just cover your eyes. She was prepared. And and it's so important when you know that you may be in a situation like that, that you come with something. Now, Heidi probably knew she was going to be in the bottom, but also if this is your fourth time, I mean, what are you going to do? You've had a great run. You've done the best that you can do. It's almost like a setup. If you stay, it's gonna be like, what? So Jada's going home and I get to stay? Like, that's ridiculous. But I still thought she did a decently good job for what it was. But this, that I was like, okay, what's happening? She's trying to get that vibe. Oh, that now. Now I want to say that towards the end of the song, Heidi was killing it over there. She was killing it towards the end. In the beginning, I was waiting for her to get her little step. The 1999. Dun, dun, oh, See, low key, I might have just like took off my wig and just had my real hair underneath it and just had a little wrap. It just gave you some. I might have really done something crazy and just had a whole guitar sitting in the back of the stage just so I could be funny. Woo! My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I just got it. I got excited thinking about the lip sync again. It was everything. Oh, it was so good. Oh, I love it when it's good. Okay. Heidi went home. Our top 4 has been chosen. Our top 4 has been chosen. We have a decent top 4, don't we, everybody? Isn't it lovely? Mm-hmm. Top 4. Top 4. Top 4. Somebody brought up an interesting idea with Drag Race, saying that what if they disqualify Cher and they ask for Heidi to return back to lip sync with whoever would have been the one. And I said, well, no, we couldn't do that because then Heidi would have to be brought back and her 6th placement would be for nothing. And if we just remove Sherry out of that equation, then that means everybody else who was then eliminated would have to get brought right back up into here again. You feel what I'm saying? So if they're brought back up a level, then that means all of those lip syncs have to be redone. Being honest with you, if we're going to do all of that, all of them have to be redone. Because she's been taken out of the order, and there have been many times that she's won, and there's been a lineup of this, that, and the other where it shouldn't have been. And so now you have to change all that up. You can't just do, well, now that that's happened, we'll just bring her in the behind. No, because then you're going to totally, you just diminished everybody else who competed in the competition, who should have deserved a second chance also as well to then go through it again because this bitch messed up. I don't know how they're going to do this finale at this point. I had an idea originally, and now I'm like, I don't know. I'm currently like that now. I do not know. Excuse me. Sorry. I want TGI Fridays really bad today, but I have got to, I just cannot order food. But oh God, I want TGI Fridays. Girl, listen, their food is not as quality as it used to be, but their burgers are still. And I haven't had beef this month yet. I haven't had beef this month. That means I can have beef. I'm doing this new thing now where I do not eat beef more than once in a month. I try my absolute best to only eat it once a month because that stuff is really hard on the body, okay? With the Jack Daniel's sauce, so good. Oh my God. Oh, let's do this. First of all, shout out to there being 102 likes in this chat. You completely diminished those 2 dislikes from 2 haters that clearly have issues with either black people, men who are in between as far as masculine and feminine, or just don't care for me because I'm awesome and I love y'all and I'm trying to be a great person, you know. Haters. Come on, whatever. But those 116, excuse me. 19. 4 dislikes. Yes. Yes. Oh my God, the haters are upset. Get them in. Get them in. 5. Yes. The moment I mention likes, look at it. Look at it. Oh, that's funny. Okay, that's funny. Look at that, just for saying it. Look, did you see how that happened? That is so funny. Like, what tragedy? What tragedy of assholes? Oh, y'all keep hitting that like button. Keep on negating these people who are logging into separate accounts or who are just being dicks because I said something. It's okay. They haven't said anything in the chat because they already know what's up. That's all they can do. So let's do this. Ooh, just like I said. You haven't wrote nothing, boo, so you ain't done shit. And you know when you write something, what's going to happen. So, Celebrity Drag Race. Let's talk about that. Okay, this week's episode, I was dope. I thought I was cool with. I was really cool with. Do you miss a? Oh wait. Oh, let me read this first. Do you miss an eliminated queen returning instead of double Shantae? Ooh, yeah. Let's answer that real quick. Yeah. See, now you got me thinking about that because we haven't had that in a while. Thank you, Michael. Mr. 88 Paranoid. Let me take it off. No, if you did to be funny, that's why I'm laughing because I was like, girl, what? It is funny though when people literally will say like, oh my gosh. It's funny. Okay, but back to this. Okay, I do wish they would have those moments where there would be a return for somebody. I do miss that. I think that would be fair, especially, well, I mean, they didn't know it was going to happen this season, y'all, but in this kind of case, and I guess with a lot of the seasons that have passed now, I do miss that factor of somebody returning back into the competition. The problem with that is that when it comes down to, like, say, an all-star level, when they do that comeback episode, we have seen them literally go home the next episode. I think Latrice is the only one, maybe Latrice Royale. I think that's true. I think Latrice Royale is the only one to survive past the next episode of being eliminated. She went home the following episode, but I think that's where it's at now. Yeah. Yeah, that is true, Alexandra. So whenever I see the dislikes on my other videos and they're like 30 and 20 something, and I'm like, damn, was it that really tough for you? I don't take offense to that because it's actually good for me. I was like, oh, okay. I mean, the likes are even better, but also the dislikes add something to it because it's like he brings in different people, whether they like him or not. Yes. Trixie, Naisha, Latrice all survived 2 episodes after they came back. Okay, work. I was surprised Naisha, never mind. Season 7 was fun. Trixie, I mean, That is true. That is true. Morgan, I'm going to speak on that, and then let's get to Celebrity Drag Race real quick so I can get off of season 12. The Gigi hate. The Gigi hate. Would you like to know where that's stemming from? Because I mean, if you're going to be that loud, just come over here and have sex with me. Okay. The Gigi hate brought to you by privilege. No. The three G's that are on this current season right now is getting hate because a lot of people are seeing that there have been moments where she has not done very well, and instead of getting a really tough critique like say others have been getting, she's been given a very, well, you're really, this is so beautiful, you did horrible in your performance, but this is so beautiful, you're safe. When someone will be, you're so beautiful, but you did horrible, you're in the bottom. That's why people are getting mad. Then we have a situation where something was said via Twitter and people aren't feeling it. And it had to do with the notion of being gay is a privilege. And by you being gay as a privilege, you should be creating art to share with people and not hide it from others, which was very asinine and also a privilege and very this and it was very that to say something like that because I was like, a privilege. So the way I was attacked in school was a privilege. The way that my father almost killed me was a privilege. The way that I was targeted was a privilege. That was a huge privilege. It's a huge privilege. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. I'm a black gay man. Like, let's not have a conversation about, let's not have it about privilege. So that bothered a lot of people. Now, I still like Gigi a lot, and I know that she probably misspoke in that moment, so I'm not going to hold it against her. But when you have a conversation like that, when you don't have any sort of weight on it to really stand, to talk about anything like that, it really adds into the blood into the water where the sharks were already swimming. So, with that being said, that tweet, along with things that have happened on the show, has now merged. And now instead of people just watching the show and saying, she looks good, they go, ugh, I don't like her because she said all that shit. And it's like, but bitch, sister was doubling down. Right. And it was like, I don't know what black friends that she doesn't have in front of her. And I know she has them. Trust me, I've seen the people she rolls with. I don't know who didn't tell her what was wrong with what she said, but they needed to sit her down and be like, what you did, while we know where you were going, it needed to be worded completely differently. It needed to be worded completely different. I know what she meant. That's why I can't be mad at her. I'm not going to be like, oh, she's just, one of these white queens doing this. I'm not going to do that. I won't, because I know what she meant, but I know that she needed to have that completely changed up. Everything about it needed to be changed up. But I knew what she was trying to do. Either way, that's where people have gone. This is how the fandom works. Do something online on Twitter or on camera, any other where, and you do something on a TV show they don't like, they take this part of the sandwich and that part of the sandwich, and now that's you. And now it's you forever. And now she can't do anything without being an asshole. Love you, dee. See you later, baby. But that's the truth. It's literally, you're mad at her from the show. You had a little bit of that, but you couldn't hate on her that much. Then all of a sudden, she says this statement that really pissed you off. Now you have more reasons to not like her, and now you're just going to be, like, angry. So it is what it is. I really did, again, I don't appreciate what she said. I don't agree with it. I knew what she meant to say, but I'm not going to hold it against her because I do like her as a queen. She was very lovely to me when I met her. I don't think that she's racist. I don't think that she's oblivious to things that are happening, but I do think there is a sense of needing to know a little bit more about what's going on because there is a hint of entitlement and privilege that is wafting in the air, and it's not from being gay. All right, it's not from being gay. All right, now that we've got that out the way, I don't want to. Oh, Mr. Mike, shout out to sir. Let me talk to you real quick before I get on to Celebrity Drag Race. I really enjoy your comments in each of my videos. I just want to tell you that right now. I enjoy them all. Every time you post something, And you have some very pointed opinions, sir. I actually live and breathe for it. You've been very supportive of my channel. I thank you for your commentary. From one of our, you say little queens. I said, I'm looking at you right now, brother, with a little salt on your pepper. From one of our, we've been there and I've done that, queens. I appreciate you with all my heart. Trust me. I've been dying to say that to you. Every time I see his comment, y'all, I'll be giggling. Woo, he be reading. Okay, so let's get into Celebrity Drag Race. So, here's why I was cool with Celebrity Drag Race this year. This is why I was cool. Or not this year. Why did I say this year? Whew, what brain am I using? I was cool with Drag Race, Celebrity Drag Race this week because I again knew all three people on the show, and that wasn't the reason why it kept me in, but it was one person in particular where I was like, love you too, Matty, just a mean old bitch here, but then let me find out you're ever in Los Angeles or Houston. We're getting drinks. We're getting drinks. We're gonna sit and just talk shit. I need it. I need it with you. I feel like it's gonna be so good. When Alex Newell is one of my favorite singers, period. Okay? Dustin, I can't remember his name, but he's on Schitt's Creek. We all have had some sort of similar crush to in some kind of way. He's also really good on that show. I didn't even recognize him out of, like, literally from Schitt's Creek. I did not recognize him until he said, oh, it's me from blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh, yeah, you were. Oh, yeah. It all hit me. But we got Matt Eisman. Matt Eisman. American Ninja Warrior, Matt Eisman. Matt Eisman from Celebrity Trump Apprentice, that kind of, yes, that Matt Eisman. Matt Eisman, who has actually been in a lot of stuff. Yes, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I don't like people with my first name at all, but yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I was gagged when he walked in. Let me know if you got the PayPal I sent. Oh, let me check, baby. I haven't checked my email just yet. Oh, here we go. Fozzie. Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate your donating, baby. I love you. Shout out to you and anybody else that wants to donate. Y'all know what the giggle and the gag is. PayPal.me/MattyRants, Venmo MattyRants, and Cash App best one $sign MattyRants. Transformer girl. He's been in a lot of stuff. He's been in a lot of movies. He's done Matt Eisman has put in work. And I did not know he had arthritis like that, and it was something that was really affecting him. I was gagged. I was like, this is insane. I liked all the charities they were playing for. I was here for the cast. And the best part about it was that I love the fact that instead of how I felt with the first episode, which was, it felt very panderable to me, with these, there's this very effeminate gay black man. Then you have this one guy, these two guys who are straight, but this one guy who seems to give off some sort of vibe of like bisexuality, but not really. And he's just very open and trying to learn. And then you have the butchiest of Butch McButchersons up in here. Matt Eisman, all that type of stuff. Looks like he could have a beer in his hand while he's standing there. Straight up just embracing everything. I loved it. I loved it. I do know who, I know next week's cast. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's going to be a good, it'll be a good episode. This last episode of Secret Celebrity Drag Race will be very good. I'm excited for it. I'm not giving anything away. That was, yeah, I'm not giving it away. I have got an idea of two people on there, and if it's the two that I think it's going to be, I'm here for it. So I'm not going to give it away, but we will be good. And I also would like to say, if there is another drag queen on there for the second time that isn't Bob, I hope you hold the same energy you did for that queen too. We really hope you do. We really, really hope you do. Because the hate towards Bob this week for her being on this episode was ridiculous. When Alex really really needed someone like Bob to be her drag mother. And you saw how Alex was really like in tears almost and choked up when she was talking about the journey they had with Bob. Like, how dare you? Okay, so for those of you who don't have Twitter, which is fine because you are saving yourself a lot of drama and heartache and stress, on Twitter, when they announced that Bob was going to be coming back to the Celebrity Drag Race show, everybody's passive aggressive BS was, there are so many other queens who deserve better opportunities, and Bob already has won and done this, that, and the other. Why are you giving it to Bob again? I'm so tired of seeing Bob. Bob's makeup's not even that good. Why are you going to give it to Bob? Bob's not even that good of a drag queen. All that kind of stuff. All that kind of crap. All those lies. All the lies you can think of. Would you like to know who the majority of those people who were saying it were? I don't think we need to. But unfortunately, the passive, you know the word, that came in from it was really a factor in that, because next week there is going to be somebody that we see again for the second time. They are going to be, and I want to see if people are going to get mad at that again, because then I can verify if it was about racism or not, or if it's just because you feel, why are the other girls not being showed? It's like, come on now. Like, not everybody who you like that has been on Drag Race can carry an episode. They can't. Like, a lot of the people who you love aren't even shown on TV that long in an hour and a half long episode. They're not. They're not. Now, if I'm correct, the queens next week are going to be Vanessa Vanjie Mateo, Alyssa Edwards, and Monique Hart are going to be the ones next week. So that does verify that Alyssa will be the person that is going to come there for the second time next week, if I'm correct. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I know a lot of you like to on the computer, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I believe, if I'm correct, it is Vanessa. Yeah, it's Vanessa, Alyssa, and Monique. Oh, by the way, shout out to Monique Hart, my sister. I love her to death. Monique was in my live chat like last week, and I was saying in the live chat, like, bitch, you're not on here. I'm so confused. And she said, I'll be in next week. And then if I remember, they shot a little promo of them saying, see you on Celebrity Drag Race. So yeah, Vanessa, Alyssa, and Monique. So I want to see if this outrage is still held. And I'm not trying to be petty about it. I'm just saying, I want to see if the girls are still mad. Is this really going to affect you if you see Alyssa on there for the second time? Because a lot of us that wanted to see Bob for multiple times were really happy to see Bob. And I'm also a fan of Alyssa, so I can see Alyssa for the second time too. You feel what I'm saying? Like, why is this it shouldn't have been that big of a deal. But that's why you know why it was a big of a deal. It shouldn't have been, but why it wasn't really. Samantha, thank you so much, baby. I just saw you're donating on Cash App. I appreciate you dearly. And also, Ruben, Ruben, I'm gonna read your message. Thank you, brother. Get you a burger, Matty. Thank you for all this good tea you've been serving me. Keep my cup filled, honey. Listen, I need to start my videos with, listen, do you have your utensils? Is your plate and your cup in front of you? Tea and cake is being served. Oh, oh my God, did I make my tagline for when I walk in the workroom as piece of cake? Are all utensils provided? Because tea and cake is being served. Work, and thank you. I will be getting my TGI Fridays now that you've done this for me. Yes. I low-key need to go to the grocery store to get juice because I don't like ordering juice from restaurants because they charge you $3 for a fucking 20-ounce cup of ice, and I'm not in the mood for that anymore. Girl, last night when I got me some Italian food from Macaroni Grill, and I had a coupon for $15 off, so I low-key had to pay only $10 for a $35 meal. My math is off. $30, 15. No, I paid 15. Yeah, because I tipped 2. Well, it was 17 then. No, it was 18. I gave him $3. He was very nice. Yeah. So 18. Yeah, it was $38. Well, yeah, it was $38. I had a coupon. I ended up paying 18 because I gave him a tip. I'm not back there yet. 2 more weeks, Dion. I'm going back because just it's been bullshit. But I will say when this video ends and it's been uploaded, go to the beginning, first 10 minutes. I tell you that. I tip my Uber drivers and I tip my Uber Eats and my Grubhub and my DoorDash people. And I need y'all to do the same, because even though my former boyfriend, who has been talking about me for some odd reason, used to do that, and I'm not really cool with him right now, apparently. I would witness him I was in the car with him a lot of the times when he did DoorDash and he did Uber Eats, and I would witness him having to go through a lot just to get people their food. And a lot of those people wouldn't even tip, and it's disgusting, because I'm thinking to myself, he just put his car in the street, probably in a no parking zone, just to run up there to get the person their food so it wouldn't be late or cold. Had to go through security, had to do all that, got to the house, and now it's like, what the hell's going on? So your Grubhub, your DoorDash, your Uber Eats people, tip those folks. That's a job. That is work. Just like how I do this YouTube bit and people don't think this is work. This is work. I dedicate more than 8 hours out of my day to doing a video. This is work. That's why a lot of people don't have YouTube channels, because the moment they don't see numbers come back or money come to their hands, or they don't see people like or follow their shit, they fall out and they go, this isn't for me. Work with me, people. But let's get back to Celebrity Drag Race. I got off topic. This is why I said I do short reviews, and then if you come to the live video, you get the entirety of a conversation. Simple as that. That's why we give more days, so that you have something to look forward to on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I feel like I'm gonna say this so wrong. I don't want to say Kira, because that feels like that is not with the Y. Kyra, forgive my country ass. Kyra, thank you for your donate, baby, through Cash App. I appreciate you, lovey-dovey. Where was I? Celebrity Drag Race. So, the walkthroughs were interesting. To see Alex not be in a special, like something about Alex, sadness really touched my soul, because everything that Alex was talking about, been there. You know, you get afraid of people because you're afraid to open your mouth and say something, because someone's going to make fun of the way you sound, the way you talk, the way you moved your body. So you become this person who just sort of sits there and you don't want to do anything until you get to a point where you're like, okay, maybe this is okay. Maybe this is fine. I'm okay. There's no drama from here. I'll be good. I'll be good. No one will clock me. No one's going to hurt my feelings. I have never felt more close to him in that entire moment. That really touched my spirit. That touched my soul, y'all. I was like, I know you, I know you, I know you. And when he made the statement, for every black gay boy who looks just like me, and I was like, girl, this is what I want to say when I walk off the stage. If I ever got eliminated, that'd be the first thing I say. Honey, if you were sitting at home and never thought you were me, bitch, you were going to be just here to say. It was going to be one of those moments. Like, if you see me here, bitch, go further than I did. Like, it's going to be one of those moments. Like, you saw how far I made it. Now it's up to you. It was going to be very Captain Planet, very that. But I love seeing that. I love seeing Matt Eisman in his vulnerability. You know, when Kimchi was describing shade to him, and she was discussing it like a dagger being sticked into someone's stomach and then being turned and just tightened until all the blood comes. That was like, I am so happy I got Kimchi. But then he made a North Korea joke, and I was a bit clicked. I don't know who else heard that North Korea joke, but I was like, is that okay? I mean, we do remember Kimchi's story, right? Like, is that okay? That was on some I was like, well, in Europe, I don't know, Angel, if they pay them a lot better. I'm assuming so, as far as like them doing delivery work. because out here it's like, girl, they ain't getting paid nothing but peanuts. So a tip really matters. Just like when I used to be a valet person for the Renaissance Hotel many years ago, and I had to park cars, and I also had to be a bellman and take suitcases up to people's rooms and all that type of stuff. A tip mattered because I wasn't getting paid nothing. So every time I got a tip, I was so happy, especially when someone handed me a 20, a 50, or 100. Ooh, God is good. Ooh, Morgan, you're okay. Now I know. Listen, you. I know that's truth. You know, I've spent my time in the New Orleans, baby, and I've been to many oyster bars where I can't even eat the oysters. I always end up at somebody's red beans and rice seafood boil, and it's like I can't eat anything. Well, we have chicken tenders, and sure enough, that it's the same way. I forget the name of the place I go to that has this really has like this oyster bar that sits right in the restaurant, and I forget the name of it. Let me look it up real quick while I'm talking to y'all. Um, Oyster Bar, New Orleans. Is it in the French Quarters, Matthew? I think it is in the French Quarters. Hold on, let me see. I forget the name of it. My friend took me there. Or is it in the Metairie? Is it in the Metairie? Dr. Cross, never mind. Louisiana, baby. Acme Oyster House. Is that the one? Can I see the outside of it, please? Google, are you gonna give me the outside? I think it's the Acme Oyster House. No, 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 that's not it. 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 No, that's not it. I'll look it up later. It's gonna take me too long. Chartreuse? Where was it? I forget I don't know. Hopefully it's not closed down based on everything that's happened. It wasn't no Acme though. Was it Felix's? Felix's. That's what it was. That's the name of it. Yeah, Felix's, or yeah, Felix's Restaurant Oyster. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, all right. I was here for the food there. I was here for it. Yeah, I was here for that food. Oh yeah, that's the one. There's another spot too. I forget the name of it. We'll go back to that. Now I'm talking about my Louisiana days, y'all. Forgive me. Forgive me. I miss Louisiana a lot. I miss New Orleans. I will make some kind of way. I will make my way back there at least next year. I will make my way back. No, I listen. I remember y'all. She said, "Listen, look at you, Metairie. You must have visited New Orleans several times." I was a backup dancer for Vodka Ridzu and the crew. He's a New Orleans bounce artist. I did that for a few years. I got to perform at South by Southwest. So I was in New Orleans every other month. We were performing at One Eye Jack's, or we performing at Nowhere Lounge, or we be performing at a lot of these other little venues and small spots in the French Quarters and areas around New Orleans. So I have spent many and plenty of time in New Orleans. As a matter of fact, when we were there, just to give you a reference point, we weren't in the 13th. I'm not sure if we were in the 13th, but I was over by Valence and Ferret. I can't remember which ward that is, but I was like 3 miles from the French Quarters. It was nothing. And every time, I promise you, I'd wake up in the morning and I give y'all 12 in the afternoon. Someone's playing bounce music on their porch, and bitch, somebody's outside shaking the house down, and some people just walking by, just chilling and talking or whatever. And my favorite part about New Orleans culture is, bitch, a second line. Girl, let a second line start, and we're walking down the street. Say, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Oh, and the best food too. The best food. Just love, 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 love food. Love food. Yes, 12th Ward girl. I'm from the era that started bounce music, pussy popping. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. He took. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh. I like the way that boy abused me. Yes, come on. Okay, but no, for real. I've met Katie, I've met Big Frida, I've met Sissy Nobi, all them girls. I'm aware of the whole team. I'm aware of the whole Sissy Bounce music revolution. I was there. I was there, girl. I say second generation. I didn't go in the first round, but I was in towards a little bit later, right before Frida got her show. was when I was really rocking with them and still dancing, doing all that type of stuff. So yeah. Oh, and I used to go to Fusions. If that gives you another thing, I used to go to Fusions a lot. I had my driver's license stolen by some little boy in there. Anywho, let me get back to this. I got all off track. I started talking about New Orleans. So they had good walkthroughs. They had a roast to do. The roast was everything, okay? That probably was one of the funniest roasts on RuPaul's Drag Race, period. Argue with somebody else. Maybe because they were celebrities, or maybe because Bob wrote all their jokes, or someone wrote some of the jokes for them. I don't care. That shit was so funny. That was so good. That was when I say I was crying at a lot of the jokes that were being said that night. I was nervous for Dustin and Alex. I knew Matt was going to wear it out, but I was like, Dustin and Alex, I don't know. Dustin was funny, even though it sounded like he was reading from the jokes, he was still funny. Alex was somebody's mama. That was somebody's auntie. Baby, listen, honey. Ooh, the Amistad joke. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for the Amistad joke either. I was not ready for it. Oz people free. I'm just happy someone black made that joke. That's all. I was just happy someone black made that joke about the Amistad. Bitch, if it had been somebody else, I'd have been upset. I was just so happy that it was someone black, because that joke for the Amistad, oh, girl. Telling you. Oh my God, I can't. Woo. Hey, Anthea. Hey, everybody. I'm sorry. I gotta go watch that again. All right, y'all. Currently, we have 181 likes in this chat right now. We have 288 people watching. I thank you so much for being here. Do me a favor, if you haven't just yet, smash that like button. Maybe we can get it to 200 prior to me leaving today, but that would be awesome. Also, if you don't like it, thanks for just watching. And if you want to donate to the channel, please and thank you. That's paypal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo MattyRants. I'm happy that you're just here. So if you can't donate, that's perfectly fine. It's not obligated. It's something that's very helpful, but you just watching is. Let me know if y'all having some technical issues on your end here. Okay, cool. Okay. I was like, no. I was like, we were doing so well. Oh, it's doing it again. Okay. All right. This is letting me know that I need to wrap this up very soon. So let's try another 25 minutes and then we'll be okay. All right. Because you all know how my signal is in here. It's either or it's All right. So, Untucked. Excuse me. The roast was funny. I will give them this. I want to say that lip syncing was, they all did pretty damn good. I can't even knock it. They all did pretty damn good. I was impressed. I was impressed with Matt Eisman for hitting the ground so quickly. Bitch, I was gagged. It was like, wait a minute, what's happening here? Like, the music started and Matt hit the ground like, boom. I said, wait. Betty is ready. Betty was ready. I was like, hell yes. This all, listen, to see that butch man hit that ground like that was a gag. I was like, what is happening? Dustin was doing what he has seen at every Hamburger Mary's, which was fine. And I was still here for it because it was appropriate. And Alex was giving you, well, I'm actually performing if I was really actually doing this song my damn self. I was here for it. Vanessa Williams, Tammy Roman, Lonnie Love episode, Dustin, Alex, and Matt. These last 2 episodes of Secret Celebrity Drag Race have been the tea. Have been the tea. I now can fully say I am okay with them doing this special each year. They just have to get the right cast. They have to get the right celebrities on. We need people with actual storylines, and we need people who are not just familiar, but make us want to be familiar with them. I know Dustin from Schitt's Creek, but I don't know him like that. I know a lot about him after this episode of Celebrity Drag Race. True tea. I'm nervous for this last one, but I think we're going to get a good show. I know Alyssa, Monique, and Vanessa are going to hold it down as far as our queens, with conversations. Also, shout out to this. I got to give Nina West some love because Nina West, when she was talking to Dustin and Dustin was speaking to her, she was like, this is the best date I've ever been on. And then there was another part when she was tucking him and then she was like, oh my God, we're on our second date. I love Nina West. I love Nina West. Nina West is amazing. Nina West and Kimchi and Bob, that was a great, great pick of queens. They were all completely different. You have super shady, but still a good friend, Kimchi. You have the friendliest Disney character to ever be created in the drag universe, which is Nina West. And then Bob, let's keep it real, but I still bring the love drag queen. It was all I needed and then some. So Secret Celebrity Drag Race was great. We got over 200 likes, y'all. I thank you. Thank you all for being in here. Y'all have really come through. I love y'all too much. I can't. I'm like looking at them like, oh my God, stop. But yeah, Secret Celebrity Drag Race was good. Next week should be, or this week I should say, should be interesting. Our top 4 has been chosen, so this will be a fun episode of Drag Race to watch. Can you imagine how this is gonna be? We're just gonna watch it and be like, so regardless of how this happens, it's just gonna be that. Regardless of how this happens, regardless of what they just say or what they choose, regardless, this is what's gonna be. So it should be interesting. I also know that they filmed 2 different eliminations. I know a lot of y'all saw that also on YouTube, but they filmed 2 different eliminations as well. Now, I knew that a while ago. But I was told different information on who would be in the bottom 2. So when I saw another list recently, I said, interesting. I hope this edit isn't too ridiculous because, to be honest with you, and as much as we don't like, To Catch a Predator, this may be the episode where I really, 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 really need for them to keep her in the edit. Eliminate whatever you think is going to be super positive or something where she says it's gross, that's fine. But dear God, please, I need to have some sort of, I need a moment because now that there's only 4 people left, how are you going to edit her out? It's going to look weird, man. Please stop doing that. So there we go. If there's any lag, just refresh your screen because I'm starting to see that now. I had to do that with my computer because I have my computer, which I can see me talking and read what you're saying, and then I have my phone recording. So I can now see whenever it starts to spin, if it does happen. Nina did pretty good for the roast. Okay, let's do this. Let's wrap up this live today and talk about a couple other things that I want to discuss with you before we leave here today, darlings. Ooh, I can't wait for that burger, girl. Oh, thank you. Ruben has saved my burger life. I'm gonna feel like Bob's Burger after this. Okay. There is a new show on Hulu that is created by the Rick and Morty creators called Solar Opposites. If you're looking for a cartoon that is absolutely completely ridiculous. And I say it with so much, ooh, just so much chest hair. If you want to watch some cartoon that is ridiculous, very intelligent at the same time, very Rick and Morty. It's basically Rick and Morty, but with aliens and in a whole nother kind of flip-flop scenario situation. Please watch it. I watched all 8 episodes last night. I was crying, laughing. I was confused at a lot of it. But it was amazing, and it was a pretty damn good show. So if you like it, please, 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 please enjoy it. Thank you. Yeah, I would highly recommend that. There's another show on Hulu that I recently finished. I was going to do a review on it, but I feel like I'm going to get in trouble for a lot of things that I would say in the review. And it's Little Fires with Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon. You need to watch it. If I haven't recommended anything, that right there, so many emotions. I felt through that show. So many emotions. Sorry, it's Little Fires Everywhere. Not just Little Fires, but Little Fires Everywhere. Yeah, that last episode, girl. Oh my God. If you want some good drama, I would highly recommend that one for you. I know a lot of you know I watch animes. The current anime that I've gotten recently into since Demon Hunter has, or Slayer, whatever it is, I forget the name of it. It's such a good show. That's coming back in October, but I think in August they're going to do a movie first. But the one I'm watching now is called Tower of God. Thank you to whoever recommended it to me, because then my other anime friends that watch it too also told me about it, and I was like, oh my God, this is not real. It's a great anime. Thank you. Hold on, let me start responding to y'all. Excuse me. Raina, thank you so much, baby. I appreciate you. What is Rick and Morty about? I keep hearing about it. Oh my God, Asia. Okay. Asia, do you have Hulu? If you have Hulu, I suggest you just type it in and just watch it. It's about this grandpa and his grandson that go on these extremely crazy adventures through multiple universes, challenging our intelligence and this, that, and the other. Girl, do yourself a favor. Watch the first season on Hulu. I think they have the first 3 up. If I'm correct, they have the first 3 up, or the first 2. Watch the first season. If you fall in love after the first 2 episodes, you're in. If it's confusing, give it another try. I promise you, it's a great show. It's one of my favorite cartoons out right now, next to Bob's Burgers, American Dad, and there's another one I'm missing that I've been watching recently. Can't think of the name of it. I'll come back to it later. Seeds. Oh, okay. So that's so funny you brought up 7 Seeds, because I was watching that yesterday with another friend of mine. We were doing a Netflix watch party, and I got to watch the 7 Seeds. That's on Netflix, right? About this. That was weird. It was interesting. Let me just make sure here. Have you seen Cannon Busters on Netflix? I have. Really good stuff. I have not watched Hollywood. Hollywood is in my list of things to watch. I don't like it when shows are extremely hyped up from people who I normally don't like to view their opinions on things. So I'm taking a minute for everyone to chill on Hollywood before I jump on it, because it does sound like a really good show. Oh, I already had an opinion on Celebrity Drag Race. I'm sorry you missed that. To reiterate for you, Jean, on my opinions on Celebrity Drag Race, I thought this last episode was really great. We got to see a lot of vulnerability from people we didn't expect. The lip sync was awesome. The roast was funny. And the second episode prior to that was really good. So to me, I think Celebrity Drag Race is a great show. It just needs to have excellent casting as far as celebrities, so that way we as viewers aren't all asking who or what. That's all. I hope that helped. Oh no, Asia, that's old, girl. I've been seeing that. I've been seeing that, mama. That's a good one. That's a good one. No problem, babes. Have you watched Becoming? No, I haven't seen that yet. Okay, yeah, I need to get off of here. I'm talking and now all this like throat phlegm is coming up. Raina, I agree. Yeah, you won't have any arguments from me from there. I don't. Family Guy is not as funny as it used to be. I love American Dad though. Top 3 All Stars that I'm rooting for. I guess I'm rooting for. I want everybody to be successful except for Derek, but I would like to say that I'm rooting for Mariah and Mariah, Shay. I'm rooting for Mariah and Shay. The third option, that can be towards everybody else that's on the cast except for Derek. Just be himself. Like what y'all are mad about, what y'all are mad about is like, I don't know. Jujubee? Alicia, could you take care of that for me, please, baby? Because I see you've missed it and it passed on by. They had time to put the emoji in and everything. Like, what the fuck? Um, Literally walked in as Britney Spears. I want people to like see me for somebody else. It was like, what? They've been bounced. Don't worry about it. Poor thing. Poor thing. Oh, poor thing. Poor thing. What a sad soul that just came in here and tried to make somebody feel bad. Godly. Ugh. Let's hope the best for them. You're fine, Alicia. I was gonna let you handle it versus me, but like, how sad. Oh God. And you know their room. You know there is a pungent smell in that person's room. Every time I see a negative comment from somebody, I'm like, their floor is dirty, their walls have snot on them, there are roaches in their house. It's just not a good look. Every time. That's the only explanation. She has roaches. The only explanation for why someone needs to comment on here with some bullshit. You got roaches. Yeah, I like everybody except for Derek, and I'm not gonna bullshit this season. I'm not gonna play this. Everybody's doing great. Listen, Derek has been said a bunch of dumbass shit. What y'all got mad at Gigi for on Twitter, Derek does on a daily basis. So I can't do it. I can't do it. Then when you walk in the room, you give the longest, what is this young man dancing in these clothes doing? Rips off the whole. It was a reference to, I got the reference. Bitch, I'm older than you. I got the reference. No one missed that. I don't need to tell you what the reference is to make the reference legitimate. We all know where that came from. But guess what? Trash. It wasn't good. It was, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's, oops, I did it again on the ground, girl. I was done. And then she gets up and says, I'm not trying to be Britney, and literally came in as Britney fucking Spears. We're not doing this today. We're not doing this today. It's not happening. I'm not playing that radio for you. No, it's not happening. So I'm good on Miss Berry. I don't have anything against her, but I just don't, if I don't feel you, I'm like, I don't need to make my whole entire emphasis about hating you. I won't have to do that. Let me stop talking. I won't have to do that long. But I don't. What do you want me to do? Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Oh, I almost spilled so much tea right there. Oh man, that's good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. But seriously though, I have nothing for her, so what do you want me to do? I'm not gonna sit there and like read her the entire time. Bobby, I already said it. If you missed it, you missed it. But I literally said it, like, and laughed about it. So I ain't going back. I ain't gonna do that again. But ciao. Whew, Giuseppe. Uh-oh. Sorry, y'all. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm back on track. Sorry. It paused for a second and I had... Okay, let's do this. I gotta end this quickly. Okay. Same thing when they came in the workroom. If you could pick another All-Star to... It's just like, listen, this cast for All-Stars I think is great. There's a lot of messy girls on this season, a lot of girls who can read, a lot of girls who can bring a little different aesthetic to the table. We are running out of queens to put on the show. So when I have somebody complain to me about the casting, I go, well, bitch, who else would you put on there that's not from this last season that we just had? You know? Everybody deserves another chance. Now, I will say for the All-Stars 1 girls, I do think that they deserve another chance because that team shit was not okay. That was lame. It was lame. And I believe they are deserving of another chance. Now, Latrice and Manila got it. Okay, who else from All-Stars 1 has been on there now? Now, Juju B and Alexis have got it. So if they want to bring somebody else like Chanel into this to compete again, or if RuPaul can handle Raven not doing her face to bring Raven back into the All-Stars if she agrees to it, cool. I am here for any AS1 person re-competing again. I am here for it. That was a tired-ass season. They did not deserve that. Redo. But just like how we loved them back then, you have to realize once we get into the new with the new girls and the girls that we've been loved, not everybody who's your favorite aesthetic is going to follow and translate through into the new year or into this new competition. So you have to realize while you may love them now, will you still love them later when they come to the stage and some shit that you've seen before? Hell, you saw Latrice Royale walk up in there and some stuff that was season 4 ready. And I like Latrice, but it also was like, well, it could have been, we could have had. And she had a lot of looks that were good, like the latex look. That was everything. That was everything. Everything. So you say you want them. You say that you want these people back, but what are they going to give? And how are you going to act when they don't give you what you want, what you really, really want? So I'll tell you what you want, what you really, really want. I want to really, really, really want a zig-a-zig. Oh yeah, someone asked this earlier and I meant to answer it and now I see it was reiterated by Jay. Thank you very much. Are you ready for the twist? Yes, and I'm ready for the twist on top of the twist. Because there is a twist on top of the twist. There's a twist and a twist on top of that. Shea Coulee continues to post on Twitter like the gifs or the gifs of her of the eye rolling or like really girl. Like because a lot of people don't know the secondary twist on top of it. I do. And I'm okay with it. And if people are mad about it, oh well. Be mad at the people in charge of the show telling me that stuff, honey, okay? Like, be mad at them. It's going to be good. It is going to be needed for this All-Stars because the old rules, I think, needed to have a change, a little shake-up. I'm here for the twist. I like that. And I like the secondary one on top of that twist that's going to change the game up completely. Because the first one's like, ooh, but the second one's going to be like, That second one is going to be rude. Can you find the twist on Reddit? I didn't find it on Reddit. I found it from, well, no, never mind. Let me stop talking. Just know I know somebody who is aware of what's going on and et cetera, and that's all you need to know. Do you know the second? Yeah, I know the second one. That's my favorite part of the whole situation is the second one. That's why I'm cool with the show. I'm like, I'm ready. Hurry up, get to All-Stars. Like, get to All-Stars. I don't want it to be spoiled, to be honest. And that's why I'm not spoiling it for you. So if anybody here knows, just keep it to yourself or go onto the Reddit threads and talk about it with them. But It's gonna be good. And even though I know what's happening, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. I can't wait to be like, with you. Because even though I knew what was gonna happen this last episode of Drag Race, I still was emotional watching Heidi go home. I knew a little bit of what happened on Celebrity Drag Race, but I wasn't completely in the know to where I wasn't still excited for the show. Just because some people know stuff doesn't mean it ruins the entire experience for me. I like to know things sometimes ahead of time because y'all know I can react quickly. So normally if I just know what's up, I'm like, oh, okay. I can handle this a lot better when I talk about it and not go off the handles. Either way, it's going to be a good season, June 5th. To correct myself, because, listen, I'm going to hurt feelings possibly by saying this, but I'm also going to just be truthful in this matter too. I misspeak sometimes. And when I do a review, I sometimes record it ahead a time of basically doing some research on certain things. For example, All Stars 5 is no longer on Showtime, it's on VH1. So I corrected that in the comment section as soon as the video was uploaded because I realized after I recorded it, like, oh shoot, it actually is going to be on VH1, never mind. I then proceed to see comment after comment after comment after comment after comment after comment. Well, actually, Maddie, well, it's really this, LOL. Oh my God. Like, and it was also, some were facetious and some were very much, I'm helping you out because I thought you didn't know. And of course, I made a whole comment about it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Listen, I'm all for being wrong. But if you come at me on some bullshit, I'll block your ass very quickly. Like, I made the change. Chill out. It's going to be okay. No one's losing it over the situation, but please, some of y'all don't realize where your tone lies when you're typing, and a few people have been very about it, and it was like, girl, like, duh, we're all aware. It's a correction. Calm down. We're adults here. No one needs to nana boo boo the entire situation. It's gonna be okay. All right, but just to be clear, it will be on VH1. Almost every reviewer did that exactly, but people pick and choose who they want to battle, and sometimes people forget that they think they can battle me, and I'm not the person to battle with. I roll up on hoes. Don't do it. Latrice shouldn't have done anything. It's a competition. Yeah. She wanted to win just as bad as the other girl did. So, sometimes you gotta let the high ones fall. Right, I didn't know. Honestly, literally, let's just explain what happened, even though I shouldn't, it's not really that big of a deal. When I watched the entrance looks or whatever, y'all heard me stop the video at Michelle ending her little, if you want to watch more, subscribe to the RuPaul's Drag Race channel. So I didn't even see the VH1 thing. I was like, oh. But regardless of that, it's a little annoying when people nana boo boo. It's like, really, girl? Like, calm down. If Lady Bunny is a guest judge on this All Stars 5, it should be a guest judge. Lady Bunny should be a guest judge. I honestly think that Lady Bunny should have had some sort of like moment besides Drag You and of course, the game show that RuPaul likes to do whenever they give her a budget to do so to only last a season. Yeah. Lady Bunny deserves to have a moment on that show as a guest judge. She's a pinnacle in the drag community. She's been there forever. I mean, hell, we all talk about how she's a fossil. Mama's been there from jump. So why not have Bunny on there or some other queens who we know who are not problematic, that are older, who have lived through and been through, to be the ones to sort of have a say-so in what's going on with Drag Race. And mind you, it also educates the younger kids when we have these celebrities on there, when they see these queens who they're not familiar with. Where do you go after Whoopi Goldberg? If Samuel L. Jackson... Oh, Coco Peru would be a dream to see on there. If Samuel L. Jackson ends up being a guest judge next year, I will cackle. Can you imagine if the season that I'm on, Drag Race, like Denzel Washington or somebody of like some real caliber, Angela Bassett, that's who it needs to be. Angela Bassett needs to be a guest judge. I would, oh, please let me be on that season, God. Please let me be on that season. Please let me be on that season. Whatever season that is, just let me be on that season with Angela Bassett. Please, please, please. So I can have a moment of me crying on stage and be like, do you know? Like the amount of tears I'd have. I would lose my shit. RuPaul would be like, Pisa, why are you shaking up there? And I'd be like, oh. It'd be like, oh, hey, CA. Oh, go ahead, Angela. Like, I'd be screaming. I just would be screaming. Oh, fuck no. No way I did not audition for season 13. I am nowhere near ready for season 13. 14, I will have much more of a ground base on being able to audition and having clothes and etc. So, no ma'am. Not 13, mama. I would have went home first or second, girl. Tell you that right now. If they even would have put me on the show, I'd went home first or second, because I'd have came in there like some Shangela season 2 tea, bitch, and I've been like, well, I put this together. Here we is. It's okay, Alicia. I'm actually about to wrap this up, mama. So if this isn't back on, don't worry. I'm actually gonna wrap this up now. Okay. Y'all, we have about less than 9 minutes left of a 2-hour live. You know I like to keep it in a 2-hour time frame, so we have a conversation that's a real one, not a short one. I don't know what's going on where you're at. I don't know how you are feeling, but if you're feeling sad right now and this brought you any joy, I'm happy. And I hope that this helps in some kind of way, these conversations or these long live videos. Currently, if you need any assistance as far as with what's going on upstairs and you're not feeling it, child, I can tell you that Matty a couple of days ago was in that same headspace as you. And I was able to talk to one of my friends who is a therapist about what was going on, and I was able to get some things off my chest, but I am going to start seeking out a full-time therapist to talk about my problems more often, because I feel like I have a lot of stuff that's on my chest, and if I'm going to be the ideal man that I want to be, then I need to make sure that I have all of this negative feelings and energy and stuff from my past is taking over my life. I need to get it out. I need to get it away from me, because I don't want to have my past hold me down for my future. So if you need help and assistance, there are apps that you can use that will give you the help that you need. There are numbers you can call. There are people that you can trust. Don't think that you're by yourself, baby, because you're not. I'm not by myself, even though I think I am half the time, and neither are you. If you are someone who is a essential worker and you have put yourself in harm's way for the benefit of us, those who are really selfish and those who are really sitting at home doing nothing or whatever, I think I give you all my love. I give you all the praise. I ask out of a person who is religious that God bless you in everything that you do, because what you're doing is dangerous. What you're doing is extremely, extremely, extremely tough. And I know you have to go home and sometimes not even see your own families just so you can keep a job. So I give you my love. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and continue to keep us together, keep us sane in some kind of capacity. We're all experiencing a little bit of a tough time right now, some more than others, depending on our situations. Hell, I haven't got no Trump check, and I need it, especially if I'm trying to move back to LA, okay? But just don't give up on yourself, and if you feel sad, do anything that makes you happy. Do something that makes you happy. Don't let your thoughts consume you. You are your own worst enemy. You are. You will always be. Nobody in my comment section will ever be harder, tougher, or badder than me. Nobody who ever can step in my face, no matter how physically strong they are, no matter how mentally capable they are, they'll never be badder or bigger than me. And that applies to you as well. You, yourself, your mirror, who you're looking back at, that little that bitch, that's the one you gotta fight every day. That's the one you have to tell, no, you may not. You will not have me. The one that you have to come to an agreement with. I'm gonna have a good day. Are you gonna have a good day? Yeah, I'm gonna have a good day. Okay, bitch, then let me have one. And to my moms out there, To my mothers, my moms, my OGs, Lord, if I start crying, forgive me, but I got to speak from the heart because that's just how I am. I miss my mother like nobody's business. I want to call her right now. I want to call her so bad. I want to take her to the movies and take her out to eat like we normally used to do. Because that was my mother's same thing to do with my mom. I don't have that opportunity anymore. And it sucks, you know. But it's my reality and it's what I'm facing. And I myself can say that the time I did spend with her was some of the best times I've had in my entire life. And I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her, both by birth and by her saving me when I attempted suicide one time when I was 13 years old. So, if you're a mom and you don't feel appreciated, I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I love you so much. I thank you for being an awesome mom. I thank you for raising your kids to be respectful, well-presentable people who actually give a fuck about what's going on in this world, who want to bring love and light into this place, okay? I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. But moms, don't forget about you, okay? Because you taking care of them badass kids. Don't forget about you. Don't forget that you're important as well and that you deserve your own time. Please. I hate when I hear women talk about like not feeling loved or wanted in this world, because to me, that's the people who I think should be getting it the most, you know? I had to sit and watch my mother be depressed for years by my father doing her so dirty. And we used to try to find ways to make her happy, but it was my mom who had to find her own happiness in order for it to be okay. Okay, so I don't want to, I witnessed that, and I don't want to see any other mom go through that same situation, or just feeling unwanted or unloved or not appreciative or appreciated in whatever they're doing. So happy Mother's Day to every one of you. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you all have a blessed and wonderful day. I hope that everybody's week is just the best week ever. I thank everybody who donated to the channel over the course of this 2-hour live. I'm going to give a shout out to some people who recently donated. Miriam, oh, you literally told me how to pronounce your name. I think it's Miriam. I was just like, oh my God, the J is silent. Thank you for your donating via PayPal. I appreciate you. Sorry, I'm such a mess right now. I'm now looking, I'm trying not to get emotional as I'm speaking. Devashi. Ooh, I live for this name. Devashi. Wow, I live for this name. Thank you for the donation on Cash App. I appreciate you. Maria. Wow, Maria. Oh my God. Oh, let me give you some love, baby. Thank you for your donation and thank you for your service. Did it pause? Did it pause? My phone's about to die. Maria, thank you so much for your service. You're currently out in Iraq as a soldier. Even though I'm not talking to my brothers right now because they can all go flip a dick somewhere, I don't care. My brother who did me so dirty was in the Navy, and my other brother was a Marine, and several of my other brothers and cousins, as for that matter, were all Marines. They were all Marines. So I really appreciate your service for this country. I really appreciate what you have done for us. And we thank you so much for everything you've done, Maria. I thank you. And I'm sending some special love over to you out there in Iraq. Now I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this live because my friend apparently FaceTimed me and my laptop MacBook picked up on it. But he's muted right now, so he can't really say nothing. His old gobstopper look himself. Oh, yucky face. Hold on, friend. Let me read your shirt real quick for the kids. Aretha Whitney. Why didn't you buy me that shirt? Why didn't you buy me that shirt from Jackie's bag? Oh, I'm going to cuss you out later. Aretha. I'm going to do it just like Jackie's bag. Aretha Whitney. Lil Brandy. Streisand. Diane Carroll. Oh, and B. Arthur. They all stole from me. Oh my God, watch Jackie's Back. It's actually on YouTube in case y'all haven't seen it. It's one of my favorite comedies ever. I love y'all so much. Please remember to take care of yourselves in this quarantine. RuPaul's Drag Race will be back on again Friday. My review will be Saturday. Look out for my We're Here episode 3 Branson, Missouri review on Monday. That is Monday. That'll be tomorrow in the afternoon. I'll set up a premiere for that as well. And if you're watching the show, I love you, and I love you so much, okay? Whew. If you need to hit me up, my inbox is available on Instagram. Everywhere else, I'm a little bit slow on. Please forgive me. Hugs and kisses, all my best love and wishes to you. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again for everybody who donated this week during this live. I love y'all so much. And again, I will see y'all later on this week. And remember to catch me on Instagram. Y'all know I be on there often. Stop playing. Y'all know I be on there often. Stop playing. Bye.